My name is Greg Friedrich, and I've been building cars my whole life. I have a shop called Gizmos. Our cars are hand-built. Our race cars win car shows, and our show cars win races. Our cars are as beautiful as they are functional. I had a client that was a good friend, and we shared the same passion and dream. We had a partnership on a land speed car. Our goal was to do 200 miles per hour. We got close, but then it all came to an end. It felt like unfinished business. I still wanted to do it. Sometimes, you just have to start over. All right, here it is, 1960 Plymouth Suburban station wagon. We're gonna cut this thing all up, but first we gotta tear it apart. The whole thing's gotta get gutted. Take the interior, drivetrain, electrical system, plumbing, everything's coming out. Once we do that, we're gonna strip it down to bare steel and start cutting it up. So you can see the grill is a very unique grill, very flat, kind of that medieval look a little bit. The only car that has this body line here, very unique to this car, and only Plymouth had them, not Chrysler, not Dodge. Also in the back, most of us call them fins, but in 1960 they called them stabilizers. Pretty unique, a lot of character in this car. This was kind of a poor boy model, not a lot of trim, not a lot of upgrades. So it just had the real minimum trim package here. The car currently has a slant 6 in it, 3 on the tree. Not a lot of power, not nearly enough to move this car, but it did make it this long, so I guess that's saying something. Oh man, look at all that power. This engine was actually gone through probably 15 years ago. And it does run very well, but it's just not enough. So it's all coming out today. Now that we got the car into bare metal, here's a few of the next steps we're gonna be working on. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna chop the top. So that means we're actually gonna be taking the roof line here and lowering it. So we got our A pillar, B pillar, C pillar, D pillar. We're actually gonna be taking sections of those pillars out. Now these sections might vary a little bit, but you kind of get the idea. So we're going to take this whole top, lower it down. That's going to give us more of the look that we're looking for, and it's also going to help with the aerodynamic aspect of it. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to actually build the whole tube chassis structure. So you're not going to see much here from a side view. You're not going to see much here. That'll all be kind of hidden. But back here, you're going to start seeing a whole lot of tubing going on. That's here, all our tail section here, and you kind of get an idea what's going on. Main hoop's going to be right about there. with all kinds of stuff going on into the tail section. After that, we're actually going to take this thing from a 4-door to a 2-door. So no more 4-door, only 2-door. This 2-door is actually going to come back here. The 2 doors on this car are actually longer. They're about 6 or 8 inches longer. So we're gonna remake the quarter panel, hang the new doors on that we salvaged out of a junkyard, and remake the whole B-pillar area. So to give you a better idea on the chop top, I'll actually cut this photo, which is a really easy thing to do, and it gives you a really better view of how it works. So we'll just slice this photo right in half. And I plan on taking 3 inches out of this. So here's where we're starting. And that's roughly where we're going to be, something like that. Now you'll see on this photo that the pillars don't line up with themselves once you drop the top down. That's where all the work begins. So the A-pillars, that's really easy. You know, usually guys start up front with the A-pillar, and then the B-pillar, like I said, we got to move that anyways, so it's not a big deal. But your C-pillar and your D-pillar, that gets to be a little bit more extensive of work. You'll also notice that the roof is too short. So we're going to have to cut the roof section and put in a filler panel to make the roof the proper length. So those are the few of the next steps. That's what we're aiming towards, and you're going to see it all unfold.